Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Okay, let's start. So today we are going to again see that MATLAB characteristics only. Okay, so how that is going to play. I hope it, today probably we'll see some theorems also, but I'm not sure whether we can complete the theorem. At least I will try to state the theorem. The proof maybe we'll see it in the next class. Okay, so the idea of the MATLAB characteristic is that we are trying to find the given ODE, okay, first order linear ODE, almost the same setup is for other ODE, PDEs also. So given first order linear PDE, okay, what we are trying to do is that we are trying to convert that into a system of ODE or a ODE, okay, system of ODE or ODE which we are trying to. So what we have is that we have AUX plus BUY equal to 0. So we try to find a vector A comma B. So B is nothing but A comma B. And del u is nothing but ux uy. Okay, then what we found is that this dv of u is nothing but v dot del u. So this is equal to 0 means what we find is that the dvu is equal to 0. Okay, so the directional derivative is 0. That means u is constant along the direction. Okay, along the characteristic line. Okay, so I have a coordinate here. So I will find a characteristic line. So that characteristic line, what I'm trying to do is that instead of viewing this one, I'm just changing my coordinate into this plane. Okay, so I'll just change this one to over here, so that in that plane I can see that all these lines are constant. So if I take the derivative in that line, okay, if I take the derivative in this line, this is going to become 0. So this is nothing but the underlying idea of this MATLAB characteristic. Okay, so now we have here the MATLAB characteristics in this way. Now once we go for the coefficients like variable coefficients, so here it is constant, so we got that dvu equal to v dot del u equal to 0. Once we go for the so we got this one characteristic line. Once we go for the variable coefficients, what we will get is that you will not get a characteristic lines. Instead you will get a characteristic curves. Okay, you will get kind of characteristic curves. Okay, so this we have seen already. So I'm just revisiting whatever we did last class. So AUX plus BUY equal to 0. Okay, the underlying concept is that we are converting into system of ODEs. Because we know we have already made some nice setup in ODE that you have already studied. So from that you can see that, okay, this ODE, I know like where the existence is there, where the uniqueness is there. That theorems we'll see today's class. So that existence and uniqueness will guarantee me that I'm going to get a solution for this one. Okay, so then from that I can understand that where the solution is going to exist, when the solution is not going to exist. So those kind of settings, whatever I have in ODE, that I can apply over here. Okay, that is the basic idea. So as I said here, so the directional derivative vanishes in the direction b equal to ab. Okay, so that kind of so you can just see that you can transform that into that coordinate system. Okay, eta comma chi comma eta. So that chi is nothing but a characteristic coordinates. Okay, that chi comma eta is nothing but a characteristic coordinate. So this is one such thing. So whatever we derived from that earlier, so we just took that. So since this is parallel to, okay, this line is parallel to, chi is parallel to, and this is eta. So eta is perpendicular to that. So I can find the line chi ax plus by, and eta, which is perpendicular to this line, this is something but bx minus here. Okay. So that we converted. Then we converted that original equation, the given PD AUX plus BUY equal to 0 into the coordinate systems in eta comma chi comma eta. So in chi comma eta, this will become like AU chi equal to 0 will come. I assume that A is not equal to 0. Okay, so A is A square plus B square U chi equal to 0 will come. So A square plus B square is not equal to 0. Therefore, U chi equal to 0, which implies U is a function of f of eta. I know what is eta, so that is going to be the solution. So up to this we have seen, and this one also we have seen. Okay, chi equal to x comma y. Okay, now we are just trying to find this is done. Okay, so right hand side I have AUX plus BUY, right hand side is 0. It's a homogeneous equation. I don't have any C term here. Now I just introduce two complexity here. Okay, I just put C equal to 0 and C equal to F. Now what I'm trying to do is that, can I convert that into this form? Okay, so the first one, what I did was, this one I tried to convert that dy by dx equal to 0 format I have converted. Then the corresponding equation. Okay, I just got that f equal to u equal to f of eta. Now what I'm trying to do is that I'm just trying to find ax plus bui plus cu equal to f. Then what I'm trying to do is that I'm just trying to convert that into a ODE of this form. Dy by dx plus dx into y equal to qx. Then I can use this theorem. That's what I'm going to do. So once again, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use the same kind of characteristic coordinate. Okay, the characteristic coordinate is same. What I'm going to use, chi equal to, I'm just going to use that chi equal to ax plus by plus comma eta equal to bx minus ay. Okay. Then once again, what it will become? So this one we have derived already. Okay, for this one we have already derived. Okay, so that is nothing but a square plus b square will come. So a square plus b square into u chi plus, this is going to be cu, where u is nothing but function of chi comma eta. Okay, equal to here f is also a function of chi comma eta. Okay, so this is the one. Now you can see that if you see, chi is my variable instead of x here, so here I have x, instead of x here I have chi. Okay, here I have u comma, this will also become like chi comma eta, f comma eta will come. So now what is happening is that, so this is going to be something like I have dy by dx px into y equal to qx is going to be there. Okay, so this form, whatever I have here, this form is called canonical form. Okay, this form is called canonical form. Okay, so is it same as this one? Almost same as this one. So I can just rewrite this one in this file. Since a square plus b square is not equal to 0, I can just rewrite that as c by a square plus b square into u equal to f by c square, a square plus b square. Okay, here everything is constant. Okay, everything is so here I can just put f of eta or whatever I want. So this is nothing but so we try to solve this one first. Okay, let's solve this one first. The second one let us solve. So right hand side is 0. Okay, the right hand side is 0, then this is not there, this term is not there. Okay, so what we will have, we will have something like u chi equal to, okay, u chi equal to e power minus px dx. So this is going to become like minus c by a square plus b square, this is constant. Okay, into d psi will come. Okay, that's what I have written here. U of chi comma theta equal to e power minus c into e power minus c. Okay, so this is going to be u is equal to e power minus c by a square plus b square. Okay, integral d psi will come. So that's what I just have high. Okay, into this term is not there. Q of x is nothing but my f here. Okay, f is nothing but my q, but q is not here. So I will have only one constant will be there, c. So instead of c, this is in terms of chi. So what it is going to come? Instead of c, what it will come? Are you following? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what it will come? U is equal to minus, this is the PD, ODE, right? This is nothing but my ODE. That ODE is exactly same as this one. So what is my P here? P is nothing but C by A square plus B square. Instead of chi, instead of X, I have chi. Okay. Whatever I have X, that is chi. So this is going to be minus C by A square plus B square into chi. Okay. Because D psi is chi this time. Now Q of X is nothing but 0, because I'm not having that Q here. I'm just solving the second equation. It is 0. So this is not there. This term is not there. Only this term is there. Okay. Here it is going to be something C is going to come, but I'm just solving with respect to chi. Therefore, what is my constant? What is my constant? Instead of constant, what will come?
Of chi.
F of the other variable. Chi is, what is the coordinate for me now? Chi and eta is the coordinate. Okay. So Instead of chi,
F of
what it
eta.
F of eta.
F of eta.
Okay, that's all.
Yes. Yes.
So that means what is my u in x comma y term? U of x comma y is going to be e power minus c by a square plus b square, okay, into chi. Chi is nothing but ax plus by, okay, into ax plus by into f of, instead of eta I have bx minus a. Okay, so this is my solution for 2. Okay, so I can verify that this is satisfying. Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. So I will just solve some of the problem. I'll just give the idea of all these things. Then once we go for the quasi-linear PDE, then we can say that all these are going to be subclass of that one. Okay, so I will just prove the existence of uniqueness only for the quasi-linear PDE. Then you can just take this as a sub cases. Means you can just make it like some assumptions. Then these cases will be derived. So existence of uniqueness. Okay. Now let's go for third one. Okay, the third one. Let us go. In third one, what I have is that I have q is there. Okay, q extra term is there. One more term q is there. So in that case, what I will have is that this extra term will come. So f is going to come here. F by a square plus b square is going to come. Okay. Now what I will have some f of eta also plus I have this one. Okay. So what I will have is that integral f by a square plus b square into e power same thing. Okay. Instead of minus, this is going to be plus c by a square plus b square into chi into d psi. This is going to be the extra term. Okay. So only this term was not there. Now I added that term here. Okay. Not much complicated. Okay. So f of eta comma f of chi comma eta will be that divided by a square plus b square. Everything is there. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So we didn't make anything complicated. We just started with AUX plus BUY equal to 0. We got the idea from that characteristic that this is going to be B by A is going to be the characteristic system, a characteristic equation. And then we found that the characteristic lines we have found. And from that, we found the answers for this one, which is nothing but U equal to F of eta. Then we just introduce some more complexity plus CU we are introducing. Then again, we are doing the same thing. So instead of this term, okay, we just convert this equation in this fashion. Okay, that ODE fashion we are converting. Since I know that when this is going to give the solutions, etc., I'm just going to solve that. I'm just going to make all these assumptions. Okay, here I didn't say what are the assumptions that we will see once we come for the existence and uniqueness theorem. So these are all the assumptions I'm making. So based on that assumptions, I'm just solving them. Okay, since it is a constant one, I got that. Now we will go for the variable coefficients also. Then I just introduce one more complexity f here. Then I can solve this one. Okay, so I'll give 2 minutes time. Just observe that. If you have any doubts, just ask me so that we'll go to the next one. Just see this example also. Okay, how do we solve? If you have any doubts, let me know. Okay, I'm not going to explain this example. Okay, just observe this for 2 minutes. If you have any doubts, because I didn't do any magic here, whatever I derived here, I'm just applying that formula, whatever I derived. Okay, I'm not doing any magic here. So if you have any doubts, observe that example. If you have any doubts, let me know.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. So now if you see these two, almost another one, okay, with variable coefficients, almost 90% of your assignment problem you can solve, except the separable PDE, all the assignments problems you can solve. Okay. Now let's go to the variable coefficients. Okay. So we had a equation like AX plus BY where A and B are constants which we had. Now what we are going to do is we are going to introduce some more complexity, which is nothing but A of x comma y into ux plus B of x comma y into uy again, okay, plus VU etc. I can assume. So again I'm going to start first, okay, with 0. Then I will just add one more complexity CU of and then F equal to, okay. So now let's try to do what we are trying to do is that see in the case of constant coefficients, what we got is that we got something like dy by dx equal to b by a will come. That is nothing but the slope of that line, the characteristic line, whatever you had a kind of b by a is nothing but the characteristic lines you got. Now almost same setup you are going to get here, but here you are not going to get a line, okay, because it's a function of x comma y and this is also a function of x comma y. So at any given point, what you will observe is that you will try to find a tangent line at that curve, at that point, okay, at that point you will try to find a tangent line, okay. Now what I am going to do is I will get some curve. I will get some curve. I will get, okay, this is nothing but my characteristic curve. It will come. So now what I am trying to do is that I am trying to find what is the tangent line for this one. Okay, what is the tangent line for this one, for this point, for example. Okay. Now you might know from your analysis course that if I give a curve, okay, and I given some interval, then you can trace it using some parametric representation, okay, or geometric representation. Using some t, you can represent that, okay. For example, if you give some arc circle, then you can just put like sin t, cos t, etc. Something similar to that, okay. So similarly, for many of the curves, which if it is you have that geometric setup, etc. in the analysis course, what you can do is that you can find something like gamma, which the gamma which you might have here in your analysis course, okay, the geometric representation. Okay, so that one you might have here. So the same kind of things here. What we are trying to do is that this is my curve. Okay, this is a curve. I just take a curve. For this curve, what I am going to take is that I am going to take a geometric representation or a parametric representation. X equal to x of s, y equal to y of s. Okay. Now what I am going to do is that I am going to find what is my dx by ds. Okay. So I'm just going to find dx by ds. Okay. So that is nothing but I'm just going to find a curve which is satisfying this condition. Dx by dx equal to a of x comma y and dy by dx is equal to b of x comma y. Okay. Such curves I'm going to find. This is the one which I'm trying to find. Then what is the tangent curve? Okay, this is the curve which I'm going to try to find. So what is the tangent curve for that? Dx by ds, comma dy by ds. Okay, the tangent direction of the curve at x comma y is nothing but this one. Okay. What I can do now? I can rewrite this equation once again. Okay, what I'm going to do is that now in terms of what is our aim? Our aim is to solve this equation. U of ux, AUX plus BUY, this I have to find. Now I transform that into x is equal to x of s and y equal to y of s. So if u is u of x, u is nothing but u of x comma y, I already transformed to x of s and y of s. So this is going to become like x of s, comma y of s. Okay. Now I'm trying to find what is the total derivative of this one, du by ds. What is du by ds? Du by ds is first I got to differentiate with respect to x, that is nothing but ux. Then I got to differentiate with respect to s, so that is going to be dx by ds plus uy dy by ds. Okay. Now what is dx by ds? I have chosen my x equal to x of s and y equal to y of s in such a way that dx by ds, the tangential direction, okay, the tangential direction is nothing but dx by dx is equal to a of x comma y and b of x comma y. So I can just replace it over here. What I will get is that a into u of x plus b into u of y. But what is a of x, ax plus buy? That is nothing but 0. Okay. Therefore, you just compare the right hand side and the left hand side. Okay. So what you will have is that du by ds equal to 0. So du by ds equal to 0 means u is nothing but constant. Okay. So therefore, I got a similar setup. So what I got is that dv u equal to 0. The directional derivative is going to be 0. So that means along this line, okay, along this line, that the characteristics curve which I am trying to trace, so that along that line, along that curve, actually it is not line now, it is a curve now, okay, but each curve the direction is going to change because here it is not constant. So whenever x and y are changing, always that a and b also will change. Okay, that means it is not going to be a constant, it is it is not going to be a straight line, it is going to become like a curve. Okay, there will be some changes will be there. So this we call it as the characteristic curve. Okay, in this case we call it as characteristic curve. So dv equal to 0, then what I will get is that u is equal to some constant is going to come. Okay, now you observe this one. This is important one. Okay, so this is the one. Almost we did the same thing in the characteristic, the constant coefficients also. So dx by ds equal to a of x comma y, dy by ds equal to b of x comma y. Now what I can write is that what is dy by dx I can calculate. Okay, what is dy by dx? So dy by dx is going to be I can write it as dy by ds into ds by dx. Okay, so this is going to be b of x comma y by a of x comma y. So this line, this equation is called characteristic equation. Okay, this line is called characteristic equation for the given PDE. Okay, this is called the characteristic equation for PDE. Now the equation, okay, once you solve that equation, dy by dx equal to p of x comma y by a of x comma y, you will get some solutions, right? That solution is going to trace me some curve. That curve is called characteristic curves of this given PDE. Okay, so this is called characteristic equation. The solution of this one is going to be a curve. That curve is going to be characteristic curves. Any doubts? Is it going in a flow? Is it going continuously, or am I lacking somewhere, or you don't understand anything? Just stop me. Okay, if you don't understand any of the concepts, please stop me. I will just repeat again.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. So this method is called method of characteristics. This method is called method of characteristics. Okay, so being this one, now this is done already. So once you solve this one, what you need to do is that once again you will trace this exactly same way. Okay, so I'm just we'll just solve it together for the whole problem. Okay, so we'll just solve that. So once you solve this one, you will get that characteristic curve same way what you did in the equation characteristic line. You got to repeat the same process and then you got to convert that into this form and then you will solve that. Okay, so that is the idea. So now we'll introduce the more complexity. Okay, the complexity is that I'm having the same setup. Okay, I'm not going to change anything here. I'm just changing only this one. Here, I'm just going to introduce one more term, c of x comma y into u equal to. Now I'm not going to worry about 0 here. I'm just keeping f of x comma y itself because already we know like how to solve that in the previous one. So same kind of setup here. Everything is same. So here what it will come is like it is going to become like du by ds is going to become like du by ds. So earlier it was 0. Okay, because you had something like you had something like AUX plus BUY equal to 0 was there. That's why it was becoming 0. Now it is not 0. Instead, it will become like du by ds plus CU because this term already we know. This is nothing but du by ds. Okay, this is du by ds. This is nothing but dx by ds. This is nothing but dy by ds. Okay, so this term is nothing but du by ds. Okay, plus C of x. I am just replacing as x of s y I'm replacing by y of s equal to f of x of s and y of s. Means everything is a function of s only. Okay, everything is a function of s only. That means this is a ODE. This become already ODE because there is no x and y are here. X and y are already there, but x and y are again function of s. Therefore, this is going to become like ODE only. So equation number 8 is only ODE. That ODE, is it same as this one?
Yes, sir.
It is same as this one. Okay, this ODE is same as this one. Therefore, what you can do is that you can solve this problem. Okay. So here these equations 6 and 8. Okay. So what here what we get one more thing is that we got one more thing like du by here we got dy by dx equal to b of x comma y by a of x comma y. Now we have one more complexity is there. Okay, this is also ordered there. So in that case, this is called characteristic system. Okay, these two together is called characteristic system. Okay, characteristic equations are characteristic system. Earlier, the right hand side was 0 and this term was not there. Therefore, this is the only characteristic equation. Now c of x comma y is also there. F of x comma y is also there. Therefore, I will get one more condition over here. So these two together is called characteristic system or characteristic equation. Okay. Now the solution of this, again the solution of this one is called characteristic. The solution of this entire thing is called characteristic curve. Okay. So if c equal to 0, then if c becomes 0, then what will become? Du by ds equal to f of x comma s comma y comma s will come. Okay. So in that case, what do they call? So in that case, what do they call is that du by dx, they call it as the compatibility condition. The du by dx, they call it as the compatibility condition. Because what do you have? So you have du by ds is there and you have dx by ds is there. Then what is du by dx? Du by dx is going to be
du by ds into
this is already 0. Okay, so only this one f divided by a. Okay, f of x comma y divided by a of x comma y. Okay, du by ds into dx by ds. That's why. So this is usually called as compatibility condition. Usually they call it as compatibility conditions. Okay. Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Now how do we solve this one? Once again, the same kind of thing. So this is of this form, dy by dx plus dxy equal to q. Therefore, y equal to, instead of p of x, I'm going to get c of s is going to come. Okay, x of s and y of s is nothing but c of s is going to come into ds plus q of x is nothing but f of s is going to come into e power c of s into ds. Okay, that's what I have written in equation number 12. After that, any doubts? Let me know. So here what we have is that we have a ODE. So here C is arbitrary constant. So in order to eliminate this C, what I will prescribe is that I will prescribe some initial condition. If I prescribe some initial condition, I can eliminate this C so that this will become like uniquely determined. The same way here, if I just say what is my U of S naught, where S naught is some starting position or initial position. So if I prescribe what is my U of S naught, okay, then in that case, what you can say is that for this system, once again, you can find the characteristic curve completely. Okay, uniquely you can determine what is the characteristic curve. Okay, so the curve which you are giving, which is passing through some initial points of the integral surface, that is called initial curve on the integral surface. Any doubts? Okay. Okay, let's go to the next one. So this is once again, I repeat the same. So suppose gamma is an initial curve given by this x of s equal to x naught equal to x of s naught, y equal to y of s naught. Okay, and then automatically we'll get what is your u. U is nothing but u naught of s. for some s in I, then what you can find is that you can find a unique characteristic curve, okay, that passes through that point. Again, I repeat the same thing. Because here your C will be uniquely determined, therefore here this is going to be uniquely determined, therefore this is going to be uniquely determined. Okay, once again we will try to do that in the canonical form. Okay, the same thing, we'll try to do that in the canonical form, so that this will be, I'll just cover that in a quick way. So once again we do the same thing in canonical form. Okay, in canonical form what we do is that, what we need to do, see here the curve is in the previous one, in the constant coefficient, what we had is that we had a characteristic line here. Okay, we had a characteristic line, then we transformed that characteristic coordinate, that was nothing but it was along this line. Okay, only chi is here and eta is here. Now this is not constant. Okay, this is no longer constant, it is moving. Therefore what will happen, the eta and chi is also going to change whenever the x and y are going to change. Okay, so that means this is not going to be a fixed coordinate, it is going to be a changing coordinate. It will always change whenever x and y are going to change. Okay, the change is going to happen whenever the x and y are going to change. So here what they do is that we will do some different setup here. We will fix one coordinate. For example, chi I will just keep as it is as x. Only y I will change. Okay, so chi is going to be along the line of x. Only x is going to change according to the curve. Okay, that is the underlying idea here. Okay, so the chi is going to be almost, I will choose mostly chi equal to x. Eta I will determine. Okay, eta I will determine, and then I will do. On the other hand, you can do the same this way also. We can just choose eta equal to y, and chi you can choose some different curve. Okay, depending on the solution of the characteristic curve. So this is the basic idea. Okay, either you can choose this one or you can choose this one. Okay, now I'm going to stick this one, chi equal to x and eta equal to some x. So now what we are trying to do is that, once again we are going to find what is our new coordinate system, because in this coordinate system my curve will not have the directional derivative as 0. So I'm just going to change my chi and eta in such a way that is going to give me the, so chi I'm just choosing chi of x comma y, and eta I'm choosing eta of x comma y. Then what is u eta I got to find. Okay, so ux I got to find. Okay, so this will become like u of eta of x comma y, okay, comma chi of x comma y.
Yes.
So now I got to differentiate with respect to x, therefore this is going to become like u eta x, u chi x, u eta x, then uy equal to u eta chi y plus u eta
y.
Okay, now I substitute this one. Okay, if I substitute this over here, what will become is like a into, okay, I'm just going to choose u eta separately. Okay, a into, I'm just going to choose u eta separately, therefore this is going to become like eta x. Okay, probably I'll just, so a into u eta into eta x is there. Okay, plus a into u eta x is there. So chi x eta x. Okay, then plus a b into u chi y plus b into u eta y. Now just take u chi common, then this will become like u chi x plus b chi y into u eta plus a eta x plus b eta y into u chi. This is 0, this is 0. Okay, now what is my aim? Our aim was to find a ODE, that is the method of characteristics. Okay, but now if we see this one, I didn't come to that, because again I got two variables, one is chi, another is eta. Okay, one is chi, another is eta. That means I'm not done. I have to do some more work, okay, because I'm not done here. What I was trying to do is that in the previous one I just used ax plus by and bx minus cy, then I was ending with uk equal to 0, okay, uk a square plus b square into uk equal to 0, so I was easy to solve. But here I have some problem because I have uk and u eta. Again, u is a I mean this is going to be, it is not going to become like a ODE. Okay, if it is ODE, at least one of the coefficients would be 0, so that I will get that. Okay, in the previous one, automatically it becomes 0. The u eta term was becoming 0, so I was happy with that and I was easy to do that. Now the problem is that I have a problem here because none of them are becoming 0 here. So what do we do? What do we do here? Because what I was trying to do is that my aim is to bring that into ODE, but it didn't come. What can we do now?
Characteristic equations.
So what we are trying to do is that we are trying to use, our aim is to find bring it to an ODE, okay, but it is not coming. So what we are trying to do is that let us see some let us set the required coefficient eta becomes 0, okay. So what I'm trying to do is that I'm just trying to make this one becomes 0, okay. I'm just trying to find my eta x and eta y because, as I said, this is my idea. I'm just going to fix chi here, only eta I'm going to choose, okay. So I'm just trying to find if I can make this one as 0, okay. This term becomes 0, then what it will become? This will be only in terms of u chi will be there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm just going to choose my eta, that coordinate eta, okay, the characteristic coordinate eta or eta of xy in such a way that a eta x plus b eta y equal to 0.
Plus 0.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can choose once again either a or b not equal to 0. So without loss of generality, I'm just going to choose a not equal to 0. Okay, you can just choose p also, then you will get different kind of things. Almost your equation is going to become same. Okay, at the end your equation is going to become same. We can just prove that in the existential unique test. So what is going to become? So this is going to become like eta x, since a not equal to 0, eta x plus b by a eta y equal to 0. Okay, so that is becoming 0. Now if you remember this one, okay, if you just see the curves y of x, okay, you take a curve y of x, okay, that y of x such that dy by dx equal to b by e. The slope of the curve is dy by dx equal to p by e. Okay, then what you can find is that you can find okay, I'll just erase this, don't have space. Only this one, let it be there. So what I'm going to choose is that what is my d of eta of x comma y of x by dx. Okay, so this is going to become like eta x plus this I have to differentiate dy by dx into eta y. Here we have already a eta x plus b eta y. Okay, so this is nothing but whatever a was, I got to choose my eta in such a way that this is going to become 0, and then I had that eta x plus b by a eta y equal to 0. Now compare these two. Okay, compare these two. If I choose my y of x in such a way that that is giving the slope of the curve as b by a, then what I can say is that this is going to become 0. Like 0. Okay, that means my eta of x is constant along constant. Okay, so what I got is my eta of x comma y becomes constant. Okay, so this is the line which you need to solve. Once you solve that line, you will get some c. That c you are going to use it as eta of x comma y. Okay, your chi always you will choose like chi equal to x, eta of xy you will just determine from this one. Okay, if you solve this equation, you will always find that. Then that is going to be eta of x comma y equal to c. That is going to be your new characteristic coordinate. So that characteristic coordinate you are going to use, and then you are going to solve that problem. This is the underlying idea. Okay.
Yes,
so now we got to search that new variable. So how do we search that variable? So as I said earlier, what we need to do is that we got to find a coordinate system of this kind, okay, chi equal to x, and eta of x comma y equal to c. Then what we will get? I got to see whether my Jacobian is not equal to 0. Okay, then only you can say that this is going to valid. Okay, if the Jacobian becomes 0, then you are not going to give that correct answer. Okay, that I hope you have studied in your analysis course. So I'm just leaving that. So J not equal to 0 should be there. Okay, so what is J? Jacobian is nothing but dou of chi comma eta divided by dou of x comma y. Okay, so that is going to become like, so here this is going to become like chi x, chi y, eta x, eta y. Chi x is 1, chi y is 0. Okay, because I have chosen chi equal to x. Now eta x will be there, eta x, eta y will be there. Okay, so this determinant is nothing but eta y. So this is not equal to 0. So if this is valid, then you can say that you can find that. Okay, otherwise you cannot. So if this becomes 0, what we will see is that you will not get the unique solution, or you will not get some existence also. That we will prove it in the existence uniqueness. So this is one of the things. This J should be not equal to 0. Okay. Okay, fine. So what we did, whatever we have given here, that becomes like, so we made that second term over here was 0. So what we got is that A of chi comma eta into U chi equal to 0. Now the problem is very simple. So if I have already chosen that A is not equal to 0, therefore this is also not become 0. Then what is U chi equal to 0? I can just find that this is a simple ODE. Then U is going to become like f of eta. Now use the same setup. Okay. Now use the same setup. Now instead of equal to 0, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that cxy and f of xy. Then what will this will become? Again, this is going to become like, again, this is going to become like same kind of things. So I just do the same set of things. Then what I will get is that A of chi comma eta u chi plus c of chi comma eta into u equal to f of chi comma eta. Okay. Then once again, what do you need to do? Same kind of things. Okay, here dy by dx is there. Here a chi comma is there. Therefore, I got to transform into that same form u chi plus c by a u equal to f by a. Okay, so here a is not equal to 0. This which we have assumed earlier.
Yes, sir.
So now this becomes the same way. Substitute whatever the values over here, then integrate. Here it is not constant. Okay, c is function of chi comma eta. A is function of chi comma eta. Same thing over here. So here instead of x, what will come? Here in place of x, it will become like chi. Okay, chi will be there. Okay, so that is the same thing which we have given here. The solution is given by. Okay, now if some initial curve is given, this c also you can determine. That c I'm just calling it as u naught of chi comma eta. Okay, if that initial curve is also given, you can do the same kind of things. Any doubts?
No.
Okay. Now you can see that a simple example. I'll just explain that. It's not so complicated. So simple example. So what you have is that the first step is that you got to find that. Okay, ux plus yuy equal to 0. So what do you need to find? First, you need to find the characteristic equation. What is the characteristic equation? Characteristic equation is nothing but dy by dx equal to b of x comma y divided by e of x comma y. Okay. So what is b here? B is 1. B is y. Okay. B is y. A is 1. So dy by dx equal to y by 1. So what is y then? Y is e power x plus something will come. So that I can just write as c e power x. Okay. So c e power x is my y. That means I got to find the c only, right? So this implies c is equal to, because in my chi of x comma y, I got to find that chi of x comma y equal to c. The same c I'm going to use here. So c equal to e power minus x into y. So this I am just going to take it as eta of x comma y, and chi, as I mentioned earlier, chi equal to x. Okay. Then what is my solution? Solution is u equal to f of chi, sorry, f of eta. Okay. Therefore, u equal to f of what is eta? Eta is nothing but e power minus x into y. That's all. Okay. Almost all the problems in your assignments you can solve it in the same way. Okay. Now let's go one more problem. So this is for this case. Okay. This is for the first case, that homogeneous equation. This is non-homogeneous equation with extra conditions. So again the same kind of setup. What we need to do? So again you need to find what is your dy by dx. Okay. So dy by dx you can find. So my equation is xux minus yuy plus y square u equal to y square. Okay. So what is my a? A is x, b is minus y, c is y square, f is also y square. Okay. So I got to find what is my dy by dx. Dy by dx is nothing but minus y by x, okay, which implies xy equal to c. Am I right? X dy plus y dx.
Yeah.
So it will become, yeah, x equal to xy. Okay. So I can just choose my chi equal to x and eta of x comma y equal to xy. Okay. Now, so I can just do the inverse also. Okay, means the other from so here chi comma x is given, so x also I can give it in terms of chi comma eta. So x is nothing but chi and y is nothing but so this will become like chi into y. So eta by chi or chi by eta? Yeah, eta by chi. Okay. So xy is equal to xy is equal to here. So I can substitute chi here. So this will come over here. So eta by chi. Okay. Y equal to eta by chi. So I can just transform that a comma eta in this form. A of chi comma eta is nothing but I got to transform this one. This is going to become like chi because x, and b of chi comma eta is going to become like minus y. So that is minus chi by minus eta by chi. Okay. And c of eta comma chi comma eta is nothing but y square. Therefore, chi eta square by chi square. I think same for f also. F of chi comma eta. Okay, because both are same. So what is my equation? In that case, my equation is a of chi comma eta plus into u chi plus c of chi comma eta into u equal to f of chi comma eta. So I can substitute this value. So this will become like chi into u chi plus eta square by chi square into u equal to eta square by chi square. Eta square by chi square. Okay. So once again, you can solve the same problem. Okay, the same setup. What you will get is that you will get that equation like u is equal to eta square by 2 chi square, etc. will come. So I just leave it as an exercise. Okay. You can just verify that it's not a hard job, like just 2 minutes. You can just substitute over here, then you can find it. Okay. Any doubts?
No, sir. Fine.
Sorry. So, okay. Now what we have is that we had a we had 2 different settings. One is so we have solved mostly the linear ODE. Okay, the linear ODE which we have solved. So we have solved AUX plus BUY plus CU. Sorry, AUX plus BUX plus CU equal to F. We have solved. These are all linear ODE. Now what we are going to do is that we are not going to solve semi-linear separately, etc. So we can simply jump into quasi-linear PDEs. In fact, some of the books, they don't solve the linear PDE separately. okay, they will just simply jump into the quasi-linear PDE. Almost the same setup is going to work for the linear ODE also, because the setup is going to be same. Your a of x comma y comma u, you can choose such that a of x comma y, because if you solve for quasi-linear PDE, okay, we have already seen that linear PDE subset of semi-linear PDE subset of quasi-linear PDE. Okay, we have seen in that second class or third class. So this is subset. So if I just solve this for quasi-linear PDE, that is going to work for semi-linear PDE as well as linear PDE. Same setup. But I just want to give you some. I don't want to give you that complicated things immediately. I'm just going to. I just thought to give you the idea of how the method of characteristic bus device. Then you can just go for this complicated. Okay. So here it is little bit different. What we are going to do is that here we are going to play with the one more space variable. Okay, one more space variable. In Euclidean space, there will be 3 variables. So what I have is here, I have a of x comma, any quasi-linear PDE can be written in this form, first order quasi-linear PDE. Okay, p of x comma y comma u into uy equal to c of x comma y comma u. This is the quasi-linear PDE in first order. Now we got to assume something, then only we can solve that. The existence of uniqueness that we will see maybe in the next class. So here what we are trying to do is that we are trying to find that similar kind of thing. Okay. Now this ABC I'm just assuming that, okay, ABC I am assuming that I'm just trying to introduce the complexity slowly, so that once we come for the existence theorem, it will not be complicated. Okay. So ABC belongs to C1 of omega. Okay, it is a continuously differentiable function. Okay. Now what I am trying to do is that I am just trying to find omega naught, which is nothing but the projection. So this is in the 3-dimensional space. Okay, b of x comma y comma u is there. Okay, that means it is in the 3-dimensional projection. Now what we are trying to do is that this omega I am just trying to project it on the xy plane. Okay, I am just trying to project that on the xy plane. That is nothing but omega naught. Okay, omega naught is nothing but the projection of omega in the xy plane. Okay, then what we can do is that we can just do the same thing what we did in the earlier. Okay, whatever we did earlier, same kind of things we can do, and then we can define the integral surface. Okay, so what is an integral surface? Integral surface is nothing but, okay, so the surface which we are going to get here, u equal to e of x comma y, okay, in the Euclidean space, okay, which is going to give you the solution of this equation 16. That is nothing but the integral surface. Okay, this is also called as Monge surface, etc., which we will see. Okay, here what we are trying to do is that we are trying to do the same kind of setup. Okay, in the earlier one, what we had was, we had something like a comma b into del u equal to 0. This was our aim. Okay, once the right hand side was becoming 0, this was our aim. Then this I can just put it at TV of u equal to 0. Okay, this is the one which we did. Now almost similar set of things we are going to do. Since it is in the surface, what we are trying to do is that we are trying to find a comma b comma c, okay, dot, instead of del u, what I am going to put is like ux uy comma minus 1. So this I am just trying to find. Okay, is it same as this one? A into ux, b into uy minus c. So what I am trying to do is that almost same kind of things I am going to do. Instead of this del u, I am having another things. Okay, ux comma uy comma minus 1. Okay, in that line, in that direction. Okay, in that, for that one, what I am trying to find is that I am just trying to find what is the direction. Okay, this is nothing but my characteristic direction. So the same way, this is nothing but characteristic direction. In the case of 2D one, this is nothing but the characteristic direction in the case of quasi-linear PDE. Okay, so that is nothing but the characteristic direction. Okay, or this is called characteristic vector. Okay, v equal to ABC. This is called characteristic vector of the equation 16. Okay, now once again, what we are trying to do is that we are trying to bring that x equal to x of s, y equal to y of s, and u equal to u of s. This is nothing but my characteristic curve. Okay, this is nothing but my characteristic curve, where S is in some interval. Okay, so what we will get, once again we will get the same kind of things. What you will get is that you will get dx by ds equal to a, dy by ds equal to b. So here a of x comma y comma u will come. Okay, b of x comma y comma u will come, and du by ds equal to c of x comma y comma u. Okay, so once again everything is function of s only. Okay, this is function of s because I transformed x equal to x of s, y equal to y of s, c equal to a of s. So this will become like a ODE. This will become like another ODE. This will become like another ODE. That means this is a system of ODE. Okay, this system of ODE is called characteristic system. Okay, then you can use the same kind of setup whatever you had in that we can use. I think it's already time. So we'll see